Couples in the UK are celebrating an historic opportunity today. After years of legal battles, mixed-sex couples can now form civil partnerships. It follows one couple's decision to take the issue to the Supreme Court. Alana Petrov joins me now with more on this from London. So, Alana, tell us about this couple and how they were able to pave the way for this.
Rebecca Steinfeld and Charles Keaton made an announcement in their local Jewish newspaper about 6 years ago, and they said, we're going to be forming a civil partnership. But then they couldn't do it. There was so much red tape, and ultimately they were blocked from technically forming a civil partnership like the same-sex community has here. So here, when you're heterosexual, you're in a loving relationship, it's either get married or nothing. You can keep living together, but there's no legal protections for you. Whereas with the gay community, the same-sex community, they can have a civil partnership. And so Rebecca Steinfeld and Charles Keaton wanted to have that. Specifically, Rebecca noted that she didn't want all those patriarchy kinds of things entering in on her day. She wanted to have a much more equal union. And so they were fighting for this for years. And now today, they finally have the right to go ahead with a civil partnership like the same-sex community already has here. So Charles Keaton specifically said today when he was speaking that he was happy that there wasn't this binary choice anymore and that there was no more discrimination against heterosexual couples being able to go through on this. So now you can get married, you can form a civil partnership, or you can just cohabitate. But with a civil partnership or with marriage, you have all the same rights. So there's a lot more legal protections for you if you die, if you have children together. And so that's what they were looking for in their relationship. And now they're signing the papers today.
And this couple's fight really put the spotlight on the movement for mixed-sex unions in the UK. Just how many people are we expecting to follow this couple's lead?
So let's bring up a number here. There are 84,000 people that the government is expecting to follow through on this civil partnership in the coming year, in 2020. And in total, it's estimated that there are 3.3 million people in heterosexual cohabitating relationships here in the UK. So many people are saying it's time that the government and laws here caught up with how people are living their family life. And here's a clip, here's some audio from one individual who just got married, who just formed a civil partnership. Let's have a listen.
Particularly don't like the idea of having to take a vow to pledge the quality of the relationship. We regard ourselves as what you call the happily unmarrieds, and we've been together for 28 years, as I say, 2 children, a house and a dog. It kind of works for us, and all we really needed is a legal footing so that we have the same rights as other couples.
So you don't usually hear about this for heterosexual couples fighting for these rights, but that's what's happening here in the UK today.
So interesting. Alana, thank you for this. Alana Petrov in London.